Hi everyone. A few of you have mentioned feeling a little bit stiff since you've been laying low at home with this current outbreak. So I put together a short series of exercises that you can do to help get some movement through that mid to lower back and help you feeling a little looser through the neck. So the first series of movements I'm going to show you will be based on the floor. So if you can, coming down onto the floor. However, if you find it a little tricky getting down onto the floor, you can easily do these exercises kneeling on your bed. Or if you're struggling to do that, let me know and I can show you a way that you can do these exercises at home. So starting off on all fours, hi puppy, and then bringing your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And from here, arching your back right up towards the ceiling as you look back towards your knees, and then arch your back all the way through the other way. So aiming to get as much movement through the spine as possible, arching the back all the way up one way and all the way through the other way. So this exercise, this cat-cow exercise, can easily be done on a table. So you can have your hands on the table and your feet on the floor, as long as you're focusing on getting as much movement through that upper and middle back as possible. Don't leave the neck out of it either. So see here, I'm looking ahead as I arch my back and drop my tummy down towards the floor. And then I'm looking back towards my knees as I arch my back high up towards the ceiling. Now, finding a neutral spine, so making sure that your back is not arched one way or the other. Knees can go a little bit wider, and you're going to take one arm high up towards the ceiling. Look up towards that arm if you can, and then reach that arm all the way underneath your body, as far as you can underneath you, and then return that arm all the way up towards the ceiling. So the goal here is to get a lovely rotation through the spine, reaching underneath as far as you can, and then bringing that arm all the way up towards the ceiling. So as much as it feels really nice to get a massage if you're feeling really tight through your back, one of the best things that you can do to help alleviate that pain through your spine is to get the body moving as much as possible. So even if only 1 out of 3 of these exercises works, it's really good to keep up with at least those ones, because that is going to get your body moving really nicely. So you'll see I've switched sides now, and I'm reaching my right arm high up towards the ceiling. Then as I thread the needle underneath my body, I'm bending the other arm so I can get that little bit lower into the rotation. So I'm going to do one more here, reaching that arm up high, and don't leave the neck out of it. Let those eyes follow your hand as it moves. From here, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. I'm going to sit right back towards my heels and then come all the way forwards back to a 4-point kneeling position. So keeping your spine in a neutral position, try not to tuck your tailbone, rocking back and forth. So this is not a long series, but it should leave you feeling really good through your back, because it's going to bring movements into your hips and into your mid-lower back and your shoulders. All right, last one here, sitting right back towards your heels and then coming up. Okay, from here, I'm going to come up into a high kneeling position. So I'm kneeling up high. You can have a little towel underneath your knees if you need. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring one arm up high, reach towards my heel of the same side, then the other arm goes up high. So it's if I'm doing backstroke here. So one arm reaches up and alternate those arms. Now, if your shoulders are going, no way, this is not my kind of movement, just stay within the range that works. So even just doing little movements through the elbows, like you're doing a variation of backstroke, twisting through the spine to get the shoulders lubricated up a little bit more and get that spine moving into a little bit of extension. So only 10 more seconds here, reaching those arms right up and around and down, and then resting there. Now, this next one here, you can omit if you prefer not to get down onto the floor. But for this one, I love this exercise, and I get quite a few of you to do this one at the gym. Bringing your arms out to a capital T position. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look all the way over my left shoulder as I bring my left knee up as high as I can towards my right elbow. So I call this one can-can or kick across. And you may feel your back crack a little bit with this one, because you're getting lots of movement through that lower back and through that sacrum. So see, I'm alternating my gaze and I'm looking away from the leg as it kicks across the body. So my arms stay to capital T,
and then my legs go out straight while the other leg comes right up to the other side. So bringing some lovely movement into that lower back. All right, from here, coming all the way up, and then I'm going to transition into the standing exercises. For this next exercise here, bringing your back right up against the wall, so you want your bottom touching the wall, your shoulder blades touching the wall, and your head touching the wall if you can. Now from here, bringing your arms up towards the ceiling. Now not all of you will be able to keep your fingertips in contact with the wall as you bring your arms all the way up overhead, but aiming to get as high as you can, keeping your hands in contact with the wall. So we want shoulders that are able to move really comfortably up as far as they can. All the way up and coming all the way back down, making sure you're not contorting your back to get that extra range. So going all the way up and down. We'll do one more here, bringing those arms all the way up and all the way back down. And then from here, we're going to find a goalpost position. So elbows at 90 degrees and shoulders bent to 90 degrees. Opening all the way up to goalposts, you want your back of your hands and your elbows to land on the wall and then come all the way forwards. Opening out, squeeze your shoulder blades together and come forwards. And this is a great exercise to do even without the wall behind you. I just like that feedback because often we'll pull back like this and our hands will be nowhere near the wall. So opening all the way back and then bringing the hands all the way back together. We'll do two more here. And opening up one more time. And then the final movement to give you some relief through that lower back. This is a really good stretch here. So bringing both of your hands, you want to bring your fingertips onto your gluteal tissue, so your bottom tissue, but having your hands in the small of your lower back there, and then just doing a little back bend. We spend so much of our life in a forward flex position. So doing this little movement here, just going into a little back bend, not bending too far, just stretching through the front of the body. And you can make it dynamic like this and move back and forth, or you can just do a little lean back and hold for 3 bouts of 10 seconds. It's up to you, but I feel like this is a really wonderful way to bring some movement into that mid to lower back. Last one there, beautiful. I hope you all enjoyed these exercises and I'll look forward to talking to you all when I get back from Tassie.